Hey guys, how's it going? Comparing here. So today I want to talk about crafting gear in Path of Exile. Now, it's really easy to just lose everything you've found, everything you've traded for, pretty much immediately if you start crafting gear, but every now and then you really have to craft because your gear sucks ass, and either what you want is not available, or what you want is just a little bit better than what's available. So what do? Well, you can start using some alchemy orbs, you can start using some chaos orbs, you can start doing all that shit. But if you're not really smart about it, you're probably just going to get fucked in the end. I mean, yeah, you can get lucky, but typically that's not the case. There are, however, a few things that you can do to make this process a lot easier, and that really comes down to figuring out what's really efficient. And there are a few things that I've figured out pretty recently, actually, that really push this idea pretty far. So here's what I got. I got the idea with these 2 stone rings. So when you have 2 stone rings, they implemented a recipe to where the only way to get prismatic rings in the new leagues is through vendoring 2 stone rings. So you can see if I vendor 3 2-stone rings, I get a white prismatic. The reason I get a white prismatic is because it goes off of the lowest rarity of the 3 rings, and both these rings are trash, and this one is white, so it makes a white item of it. So what I realized is I could start alching rings, and alch this one here, and that's pretty shit. So what I'm gonna do is, now that I have 3 shitty rings, because they are each of the different 2 stones, so you have lightning and fire, lightning and cold, cold and fire. When you vendor them this time, it gives you a rare unidentified prismatic ring. And this is really efficient because even though I invested 3 alchs, got another alch back, so it's pretty much kind of like getting a chaos, because rings are pretty common, it's really like getting another alch back. So you invest 3 alchs and you get 4 alchs out of it. And this is very good efficiency. This is the best efficiency that I know of for rings. So if you need a good ring, don't vendor anytime you find a rare 2-stone ring, unless it's really low item level. As you saw with it going off of the lowest rarity, it also goes off of the lowest item level. So if you want some high level desired stats, you're probably going to have to separate the high level rings that you find, the high level rings that you craft, from those that are much lower level. But these are all pretty much the same level, and I'm about to get a rare prismatic, so I'm going to ID that, and wow, that's a piece of shit again. But what I've been doing is I've been saving items for 5 to 1, so if you have 5 of one of the same rare, so let's say prismatic rings, once I accumulate 5 prismatic rings, I can put 5 prismatic rings as well as any other rare, and I'll get another one back, and that'll be unidentified the same way I just got this one. So there's a little bit better efficiency than a 4 for 3 alchs, so that's really good. The other one that I figured out recently is crafting amulets, and amulets are really hard to make. I ended up crafting this one pretty early in the league, and it's one of the better amulets that I've seen, but overall it's very difficult to craft an amulet because there's just so many stats that can spawn on them, and as a result the desired ones like life and resists kind of get weeded out among the really shitty ones like percent armor and garbage like that. While getting a good amulet is pretty difficult, alching them is a pretty good way of getting them. And while amber and lapis are not really the best type of amulets to alch, the fact that the stats pretty much make the amulet almost entirely makes it a pretty good choice, and I'll show you guys why. So I alched this lapis earlier and it sucked, and I'm going to alch this amber here, and that's actually not too bad, but I don't really give a fuck. I want to show you guys in the video action to see here how this works. So these are, again, pretty similar item level amulets, and similarly as the rings, this recipe is going to go off of the lowest rarity as well, so you want to make sure that both of them are rare. And I'm going to put an orb of transmutation here. Transmutation orb, amber amulet, lapis amulet, and you get a rare amulet. And this is unidentified, just as it was the ring. And this is kind of like a 2-for-1 with the alchs. It's a little bit worse because the amulets that you craft originally are not very good. A 2-stat amulet is very good. A 1-stat amulet is really a little subpar, but again, it usually doesn't matter. The efficiency is just so good, and hey, I just got some pretty nice stats on an amulet. While, it's kind of missing the resists, that has like 60 strength. So that is a good fucking amulet, and I can probably get the money that I spent for crafting all that crap earlier by selling this one. So that's kind of the idea. There's a lot of things that you can do, but really what you've got to look for is trying to make it as efficient as possible. And really, this is not too difficult to accomplish. So, hope you guys like my idea. Hope you guys give it a try. If you need some gear, if you need some jewelry especially, it's really not that hard to craft. So, hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.